Welcome back to your mat. My name is Alysia. Join me today for a really slow, grounded flow. We'll stay pretty close to the ground throughout. When you're ready, get into something nice and cozy that you're comfortable in, and let's start in hero's pose. Stay on your heels or parch your feet and let your hips settle onto your mat. Place your hands to your thighs. Close your eyes. Take a moment to settle into your body, settle into your space. Maybe sway from side to side. Move your chest forward and back. Take whatever settling movements you need to dive deeper into yourself. I like to call onto a gentle practice when I'm not necessarily called to my mat. Time when I don't necessarily feel like moving with such power, but I still would like to move my body. This slower style practice that keeps us close to the ground will help bring a ton of ease and comfort into your breath and your body. That'll help move your body in certain ways that might entice you to continue on into your practice, or maybe it just helps you really dive into the awareness that you're currently in. Bring your hands behind your back, make a fist. Place your hands to your right hip, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Make little arcing circles with your chin towards your chest and back to your shoulder. Breathe into the side of your left neck. And switch out. Bring your fists to your left hip. Drop your ear to your left shoulder. And then start with that little arcing motion from your chin to your shoulder. And pause. Interlace your hands, cradle the base of your head, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, open your chest, open your elbows. Exhale, close off your shape, bring your elbows in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, curl in. A couple more times in the seated cat-cow variation. Move with intention. Maybe your eyes stay closed. And gently release. Place your right hand to the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, side stretch over to the right. And lower your right forearm towards the ground. Tack your left shoulder back. Take your eye gaze up to the sky. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, drop your left hand. Reach your right arm up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side stretch. Drop your left forearm towards the ground. Breathe into your right side body. Spiral your chest open. Inhale, come back through center. And gently release. Bring your hands to your heart center. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Take a moment in gratitude for this body, this practice, this breath. However you'd like to get there, come down to your back. Lower down to your back, part your feet mat width distance, knock your knees together, fall in bridge. Place your left hand to your heart, place your right hand to your belly. Settle into your low back, widen through your sits bones, widen through your shoulders. Lift your knees to the sky, take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop your knees to the left. You know this is one of my favorite moves by now. I have it in almost all of my practices. Move over to the right, through center, to the left. Windshield wiper your legs from right to left. Really lengthen through the leg that's coming in. Work to bring your inner thigh down towards your mat. Continue to move from side to side. come back through center. Place your feet behind your hips, root into your left foot. Inhale, lengthen your right leg out towards your mat. Hover your heel just slightly above the floor. Keep your hands on your torso or bring your arms out to a cactus. Inhale, lift your right heel up. Exhale, lower your right heel down. Go for 4 more. Breathe in, lift your right leg. And breathe out. Work to press your low spine down. 3 more. Feel your low back hollow into the floor. Last 2. Last 1. This time, pull your right knee into your chest. Grab for your right shin. Align your right knee up in line with your right shoulder. Pull your right thigh bone in toward your ribs. Take a deep belly breath in and breathe out. Lengthen your left leg out. Take an inhale, bring your left heel up. Exhale, rock and roll until you find your way up to your sits bones. Bring your right heel in towards your bottom. Place your right hand behind you. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, twist over to the right. Walk your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to cradle your right hip. Really lengthen through your right arm. Walk your hand back so you're more in an incline. Let your chest move back. This will help open through your ribs. Take this deep twist into a little bit more shallow variation. And release, come back through center. Pick up your right heel, take a deep belly breath in. And exhale, hover your left heel. Let yourself roll back to your back. Place your left foot down. Pull your right knee into your chest. Release your right foot right behind your right hip. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Bring your hands back to your heart and your belly or cactus out your arms. Inhale, press through your left heel. Exhale, lower your left heel and just hover above the floor. Stay active in your left toes. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, lower your left leg. 3 more. Breathe in, lift up. And lower. The last 2, really think about your low back coming into your mat. Last time. And pull your left knee into your chest. Grab for your left shin. Draw your left knee in line with your shoulder. Pull up in line with your torso. Notice how your shoulders are settling into the floor. Stay relaxed in your neck. Then release your right toes down towards your mat, but hover. Take an inhale, lift up through your right leg. Give yourself a little momentum. And exhale, rise up to your seat. Place your left foot behind your left hip. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, seated twist hook over to the left. Bring your right hand to grab for your left hip. Walk your left hand further behind you. Recline into this twist variation. Stretch through your mid-spine. Stretch through your shoulder blades. Take the constriction out of your belly slightly by leaning back. Really work into your side bodies. Come back through center. Grab for your left leg. Pull your left heel up. Take a moment to balance and pick up your right leg. Slow and steady roll onto your back. Place your right foot back to the floor behind your right hip. Pull your left knee in toward your chest. Reset your low back. Compress and drive into your ribs. Then pull your right knee into your chest. Grab for both shins or receive your fingers. Sway on your spine from right to left. Draw your knees out wider than your ribs. Flex through your toes. Take a deep belly breath in. And exhale, compress your ribs and your thighs, draw into one another. Take into your core strength, draw your navel in, then begin to rock and roll forward and back until you find yourself in a yogi squat. As you find your way up, plant your feet. Bring your hands inside of your chest. Grab for your elbows, then draw your elbows towards the ground. Take this into a fold, sway from side to side. Move your hips, move your chest. Maybe rest your forearms onto the floor. Place your hands down. Step your feet back, come into a tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide. Make a little buoyancy in your second knuckle. Wrap your upper arms back. Shift forward and back. Bring your hips to your heels. Then shift beyond your wrist crease. Shift your hips back. Shift forward. Shift back. And forward. Match your own rhythm of breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come forward. Exhale, shift your hips back. Tuck your toes, sit your hips to your heels, active child's pose. Walk your hands further out in front of you. Rise to your fingertips, tent your hands. Rest your forehead to the floor or hover just slightly above your mat. Draw your navel in. Rest your ribs to your thighs. Take a deep belly breath in and breathe out. Plug into your right shoulder. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, place your right hand down. 4 more. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And release. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And release, root into your right fingers. Inhale, pick up your left arm. Exhale, release your left fingers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, breathe out. Bow your chest back down. Let your elbows come to the floor. Rise to a forearm tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your eyes up. Exhale, curl cat dome into your upper back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come to a neutral. Rest into your forearms. Untuck your toes. Lengthen your right leg behind you. Reach through your chest. Draw your navel in. Work to widen your shoulder blades on your back. Take an inhale, press through your right toes. Exhale, draw your right knee in towards your right upper arm. Inhale, stretch your right leg back. Exhale, draw your right knee in. Inhale, reach your right leg back. Exhale, tap your right upper arm. Inhale, stretch your right leg back. Exhale, release your right shin down. Inhale, lengthen your left leg back. Dial your left pinky toes down. Scoop your navel in. Inhale, lengthen out of your left leg. Exhale, bring your left knee to touch your left arm. Inhale, lengthen your left leg back. Exhale, draw in. 1 more, breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, draw in. Inhale, send your left toes back. Exhale, release your left shin back to the floor. Bring your big toes to touch. Draw your knees out wide. Sit your hips back, child's pose. Cradle your ribs inside of your thighs. Tense your fans. Rise to your fingertips. Inhale, move your chest away from the floor. Exhale, twisted child's pose. Thread your left arm under. Drop your left temple to the floor. Continue to press your hips towards your heels. Walk your right arm forward. Maybe even float your right hand off of the floor. Notice the twist in your side body. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release your right hand. Inhale, back out of the twist. Unwind your left arm. Place your left hand down. Sink your chest down to neutralize. Stay for an inhale. And breathe out. Inhale, elevate your heart away from your mat. Slide your right arm under twisted child's pose. Drop your right ear to the floor. Reach your right arm off to the side of your mat. Hover your left fingers. Encourage your hips back. Reach out of your left finger. Take this slightly active variation in your twist to really breathe into the opening in your ribs. And release your left hand. Inhale, push into the floor, lift your chest, and wind your right hand. Exhale, bow back down, child's pose. Inhale, rise up to all fours, tabletop. Take a moment to shift your weight from one knee to the other. Walk your knees in towards your wrists, tuck your toes, sit your hips back to your heels. Place your hands to your thighs. Lift up through your heart center. Relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale, reach your arms out in front of you, clap your hands. Exhale, open your chest, expand. Inhale, bring your hands to clap in front of you. Exhale, expand your chest open. Inhale, draw your palms to touch. Exhale, expand. The last time, inhale, bring your palms to touch. And continue your fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. Take a deep belly breath in. And exhale, pull your hands through your heart. Shift the weight into your heels. Use the momentum to pick up your knees. Come into a toe stand balance. Spread your toes wide. Draw your elbow tips out. Broaden through your collarbones. Surrender your shoulders down your back. Take a deep belly breath in, inflate your lungs. And exhale, sit your heels and hips to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet to touch into Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Bring your hands outside of your hips. Begin to find a little motion side to side. Over exaggerate with the hip that is lifting. Then settle into your hips. Continue to draw your legs out and make a little bounce as if you are a butterfly. Keep your hands behind you or bring your hands to your feet. Really work into the mobility in your hip socket, breaking up any stagnant energy that's been holding still. Couple more seconds here. And gently release. Stretch your left leg long. Bring your right knee into your chest, pick up through your heel. Begin to internally rotate your knee and hip to bring your right foot behind you alongside of your hip. Press the top of your foot into the floor. Draw your knees in. Flex your left toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, half seated forward fold. Draw your nose towards your left leg. Surrender into a fold. Press your hips down and back. Breathe into the opening you're creating in your left leg. Use your hands, lift up. Guide your right leg to open out to the side. Continue to stay on the inner side of your shin. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, begin to spin your chest towards your right leg. Place your right hand to your inner thigh. Drop down to your left arm or elbow. Reach your right arm up. Float your right hand, or maybe you find your foot. Breathe into the side stretch. Breathe into the opening in your lower right side of your back. And reach your right arm up. Bring your right hand to your low back. Support yourself with your left hand. Press yourself up. Draw your right knee back in line with your left. Close your chest and hips forward. Then pull your right knee in. Lengthen your right leg out. Draw your left knee in. Take a moment to lift up through your heel. Then draw your knee in. Begin to internally rotate through your hip socket to bring your left foot outside of your left hip. Draw your knees in, flex your right toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, one-legged forward fold, fold on top of your leg. Place your hands or forearms to the floor alongside of your right leg. Stay active in your right foot. Plug your right thigh bone into your hip socket as you fold. Feel the compression take you into your stretch. Rise back up. Guide your left leg with your left hand to a more open hip posture. Stay on your inner left shin. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, spin over toward your left leg. Then begin to fold, bring your right forearm or elbow to the ground. Reach your left arm up and over your ear. Stretch through your left hand, or maybe find your left foot. Find your right foot with your left hand, so excuse me. Breathe into the space you're creating in your left side body. Reach your left arm up, bring your left hand to your low back. Press into your right hand, support yourself as you come out. Use your left hand to bring your left knee forward. Then pick up through your left leg. Stretch your left leg forward. Bring your feet mat width distance. Scoot your hips back for a shallow straddle. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, reach for your toes. Inhale, reach up through your chest. Exhale, fold and reach for your toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. 2 more, breathe in, lift up. And breathe out. 1 last time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold, find your settle into this depth of your posture. Bring your hands wherever they feel comfortable on the outside of your legs or inside of your thighs. Rest your chest down. Bring your nose down towards the ground. Close off your shape. Feel heaviness come into your breath as you settle. Find a little bit more relaxation in your back. Notice how your jaw is sitting. Notice even how your ears, are they tense? Are they listening to everything that you hear in your space? Inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips. Place your hands behind you. Reach up through your toes. Take a deep belly breath in. Exhale, work to internally rotate your big toe mounds towards the inside of your mat to create a little pigeon toe. And then open, externally rotate, bringing your outer pinky toes towards the floor. Internalize and draw in. Open and externally rotate out. Inhale, rotate in. Add a slight bend in your knees. This will help relieve any stress on your knee joint. Move in and out. And release. Scoot your hips towards your heels. Lie down onto your back. Bring your feet wide. Fallen bridge. Knock your knees together. Place your left hand to your heart. Place your right hand to your belly. Settle into this shape. Lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Lift up through your knees. Walk your feet into touch. Draw your knees out. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. Come into that little bounce and moving your hips from side to side. Settle into your hip sockets in this open hip posture. When it feels right, drop into stillness, press the soles of your feet together. Keep your hands on your torso, your heart, and your belly, or reach your arms up overhead, clasp at your elbows. Surrender into this posture for our final resting pose. If this is causing any discomfort, lengthen your legs, come into a more traditional corpse pose. If this feels okay, surrender into your outer hips. Breathe into the vulnerability of your inner groin. Let the stress of your hips begin to fade away. Breathe in space through your low back. Breathe in space through your ribs. Breathe in space to your shoulders, whichever arm variation you're in. Stay for 5 more breaths. Last exhalation, release all of your air. Draw your left knee towards your right. Roll onto your right side, supported fetal pose. Rest your head to your upper arm. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Take a moment to pause in the shape we entered life in. With little to no effort, press into your left hand, rise up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your thighs, soften your eye gaze down. Thank you so much for meeting me on your mat today and practicing with me throughout this slow flow. If you'd like to see something in an upcoming video, always let me know down below. I hope that you are feeling revived or relaxed, or whatever energy summoned up in your body. I hope that it is bringing you into yourself further. Until our next time flowing together, namaste.